The following presentation is brought to you by the Realm Network.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's edition of Anything But Freakin Rasslin. And this is Vince Russo, I know, along with my co-host, Jeff Lane. Jeff, how you doing today?
Doing good. Got some cool topics to talk about today.
Jeff, why don't you shill all the things we need to shill? I get tired of putting the same stuff. Well, put it all. Talk about kayfabe commentaries, $1 a week, Amazon. Go ahead, man.
Well, I don't have the kayfabe commentary sheet, so I may put over the wrong thing. But yes, kayfabe commentaries is our sponsor.
This is all you need to know about kayfabe. I'm going to tell you right now.
I know they got the best shoot DVDs.
This is even better.
Okay.
There's a new Conan. Listen, and pardon my language, but I got to make a quote here. I would never talk like this. Never. But I've got to get this across. There's a new shoot DVD coming out December 14th with Vampiro. And Sean Oliver, the interviewer, and the person that, runs kayfabecommentaries.com, sent me a clip from the interview to my phone yesterday. Bro, I live in Colorado. You're in upstate New York. I'm surprised you didn't hear me pop all the way in upstate New York because Sean Oliver asked him a question, and this was his response. Verbatim, pardon my language. God, I'm sorry in advance, but I have to say this. He asked Sean Oliver a question, and this was Vampiro's response. Fuck Vince Russo. Disco Inferno, suck my cock. All right, bro. That's all I have to say about that, bro. All right, bro. Guess who's calling me now live on Skype?
Scott Casey Gale.
The Shield of Ballycastle. Bro, I can't even accept this call because we're doing this show. I got to call him back. I got to hit the red gimmick.
It's too bad we couldn't incorporate both programs.
I know. I would have done that in a minute. But, bro, Vampiro says, fuck Vince Russo. Suck my cock, Disco Inferno. That's all you need to know. The clip alone, this maybe 2-minute clip, literally is worth the price of the entire DVD. Bro, this Vampiro DVD is going to be the greatest shoot interview.
Is this the same one with the Walter Mitty stuff that you were talking about?
Yes, bro. Yeah, I cannot wait. So there's the Kayfabe Commentaries plug. Go to kayfabecommentaries.com. There's a new – bro, I can't believe people did not pick up on the Scott Hall comments on the Kayfabe Commentary.
I haven't read anything. I just still don't know what you're talking about because I haven't seen it reported anywhere.
All right, let me put it to you this way. I'm not going to say it. He discusses the prowess, the sexual prowess of one Dixie Carter.
Wow.
Exactly. That's what I said.
Wow.
That's what I said, bro.
I've never heard anybody talk that way about her
Me
before.
neither. I was like, I can't believe nobody picked that stuff. All that stuff's on these kayfabe commentary DVDs, bro. These guys go crazy. Listen, I'm going to say this right now, Jeff. I'm going to say it right now. I get called for a lot of interviews, bro. I don't do any of them, okay? When Sean Oliver calls me, Sean Oliver comes to the table with a nice payday, as he does with all the talent. And I hope Sean doesn't mind me saying this, but, bro, he treats the talent like professionals. He pays them a fee for their time. When the talent's getting paid, bro, they feel a sense of responsibility. I'm going to shoot with this guy. You know what I'm saying? He's paying me, to get the truth from me. I'm going to give him the truth. That's why every time Sean Oliver interviews me, I tell him whatever he wants to know because he pays me like a professional. Not these freaking nimrods every day. I got a podcast and I'd love to have you on my show. We're going to talk about your Stop. Sean Oliver comes to the table with cash. And that's why you get these interviews the way you do on kayfabe commentaries. I can't wait for this Vampiro one. Go with the rest of the stuff, bro.
Oh, okay. Well, as you see on Vince's screen there, well, now you can't because I'm talking. But listen, if you're not a VIP member, you need to take advantage of it this month, because after December 31st, we go back to our regular price. So sign up this month, VIP membership. You click the red subscribe button at vincerussobrand.com. You enter the code word brand, and you will get the monthly price of $3.95 a month for as long as you keep your account active. Again, you can opt out at any time. I always say this. I don't think you will want to based on the quality of content that you will get. But it's less than $1 a week for usually 5 VIP videos a week, sometimes more. Interviews with the stars, Vince's Bucket Full of Chicken Necks. We are going through the Attitude Era episode by episode, diving deep into everything and discussing those episodes. And Vince is giving behind the scenes info and tidbits and what went into these shows, stuff that nobody's ever heard before. And we just into April of '98. We got a long way to go. So join us on that journey. Also, last thing, if you shop on Amazon for Christmas, if you could do us a solid, it gives us a referral. It doesn't cost you anything. All you have to do is go to vincerussobrand.com first. There's an Amazon banner. Click that. It will take you right to Amazon. You do your shopping as normal, but what happens is we get a referral fee because you went there from our site. But again, that costs you nothing extra. You would just be helping us out, and we'd appreciate it. How'd I do?
You did tremendous, but I got to be honest with you. I was kind of sidetracked while you were talking, kind of like when my wife talks to me, bro.
It's that ADD, man. That happens to me all the time.
Bro, what do you think I was thinking about while you were plugging away there?
An article you read earlier?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to figure out, bro. I'm so deep on so many levels. I'm trying to figure out how I got to this point. You know, Jeff, we kid around a lot. You know, me and you are Jerry Seinfeld and George Costanza sitting at Moe's Diner and basically saying to each other, what's with our lives? Like, what has become of us? Like, what are we doing? We go through this all the time, right, Jeff?
We're not men. No, we're not.
We're not men. So I'm sitting here and here's what's going through my mind. This is the thought process. I'm 54 years old. I've been in the wrestling business since 1991. Okay. Me and you are now sitting here at Moe's Diner trying to figure out what happened with our lives. But even better than that, bro, I'm excited that I just got a call from the Shield of Ballycastle. Can you imagine? Like, bro, I'm thinking about, okay, let's end this show quickly so I can call this guy back. The Shield of Ballycastle. What is wrong with me, bro? Bro, can you imagine if I went to like a freaking psychiatrist? He'd be like, what is wrong with you, bro?
I go through the same thing. My mind drifts and thinks about stuff. And what he's talking about, if we discussed yesterday on Lions, Tigers, Bears, and Dirt, the Shield of Ballycastle is one of the co-stars of Scott Casey Gale's show, and apparently there's a rift between the two, and Vince is going to try to mediate and get to the bottom of it. So that was that guy giving him a call. That massive heat between the two, according to Vince.
I don't, bro. Okay, let's go. What do we got, Jeff?
Okay, I don't know about you, but me personally, I don't know anything about automobiles. Nothing. I know how to drive them, and that's about it. Somebody says, you know, if something's wrong with my car, and they're like, well, look for this under the hood. I have no idea what they're talking about. I'm not going to be able to find it. If I take my car to get repaired, they could probably, take me to the cleaners. Like, I have no idea what I'm talking about. So normally if there's an issue with my car, I'll go ask my uncle who works on cars, or I'll ask my dad or my brother. That they know more than I do. And I had been noticing lately, and I brought a prop to try to get the sound effect right. But I've been noticing lately, like, as I would speed up or slow down or go up or down a hill, again, I'm not the closest I can tell to the part of the car is under the hood. It sounded like coming from under the hood was like this liquid noise shifting, and it kind of it's like, I don't know, like somebody moving around in a bathtub. You know what I mean? And I brought a water bottle here to try to get it kind of like this.
Okay.
That noise.
I never heard that before, so I'm interested.
Yeah. So I thought, like, my best guess, it sounded like it was coming like from behind my stereo in the hood. Okay. So I was telling my dad about it. And one night I was over there eating and my uncle was there. My brother was there. They were all there. So they're like, okay, let's go. So they wanted to ride with me and hear it. So I took my brother first. You know, and he's like, well, turn the heat off in case that has something to do with this. So I turn everything off and he's listening, he hears it. He's like, yeah, that doesn't sound right. He's like, maybe your coolant is too low and it's sloshing around or something. Maybe you need to put more in. I'm like, okay. So we pull back in my parents' driveway, lift up the hood. They all come out. They're looking at it. My dad gets radiator fluid, or not radiator fluid.
Now, bro, can I assume that your dad and your brother know nothing about cars?
They're probably, they know a little bit. My uncle really knows a lot. So my uncle, I mean, they know more than I do for sure.
All right.
So the fluid was low. The coolant was low. So my dad fills that up. My brother's like, go sit in the front seat. And he starts shaking the car. Okay. And he's like, can you hear it? And I'm like, no, I can't hear it. He's like, okay, well, maybe that fixed it. So we go get back in the car and we go, and I hear it again immediately pulling out of the driveway like this. And I'm like, it's still there. That's not right. So we pull back up. You know, they're looking under the hood. He looked at some other fluid. So finally my uncle's like, I want to drive around and hear it. So my uncle gets in the car. We drive around the block and he's listening to it. And he's like, it doesn't sound like it's coming from under the hood. It sounds like, and he pointed down to like, you know, like your center console, if there's a hump in the middle, that area under there, maybe in the engine. He's like, it sounds like it's coming from under there. It's like he's trying to pinpoint it. I'm like, okay, so we're pulling back in the driveway. And he's like, you know, it sounds like you have a water bottle under your seat.
Yeah.
And we both look at each other. And I get out of the car and I go underneath my seat.
Bro, are you an idiot? Like, what? Bro, you're worse than me. Like, are you an imbecile? Like, that would have been the first thing I would have looked for, bro. What is wrong with you?
It was so loud. Like, it was so loud. Like, I couldn't imagine this little water bottle making a noise that loud, but that's what it was.
Bro.
Nothing wrong with my car. There was a half drank water bottle under the seat.
First of all, like, how did you think that sound was coming from the front of the car?
That's where it sounded like. My brother thought the same thing. My brother heard it too. Same spot I was. He didn't even think, like, he was sitting, it was the passenger seat. So my brother's sitting on top of the water bottle and he thought it was coming from.
But bro, how did you not immediately think that sounds like water? That sounds like a water bottle slushing around.
You know, what's funny, when I went into my parents' house, I grabbed a bottle and I said, this is what it sounds like. to explain to them that that's what it sounded like.
Oh my, what is wrong with us, man? I'm telling you, just something, we need help with something, the both of us. I mean, what is wrong with us, bro?
So my brother texted me last night, busting my balls, asking me if my car is still making that noise. So I'm like, no, it's fine. It's fine.
Hey, Jeff, speaking of this, I wasn't going to talk about this. I was going to wait till Chicken next, but I'm sure other stuff will come up between now and then because I need like a third party on this to tell me if I'm right or I'm wrong. Because I think I'm wrong, but I want to think I'm right. So like I need somebody to tell me, okay?
All right.
Bro, I have a sister who's 4 years older than me. It was just the two of us, right, bro? And like, it's not that I don't want to say I don't get along with my sister because it's not like we fight, but there are a lot of things about my sister that bother me. So we really don't have a relationship. And I don't want to go into a lot of those things, but bro, she's the type of a person like where it's like, in my opinion, like it's always about her and everything's about her and she puts herself before everything. So like we never talk. She lives in Florida by my parents. We really don't ever talk. I hate to say this, bro, but it's kind of like I have nothing to say to her. And that's terrible to say. It's my sister, it's my family, but it's just the way I feel. Okay. So, bro, now listen, my sister made it clear to me in a conversation we had, and she may have forgotten about that she has like a pretty hefty bank account. She got divorced. She's very, very cheap with her money. I don't know if she was hoarding away the money that her husband was giving her for the kids. I don't know what, but I mean, bro, she's got like a hefty 5-figure savings account. And keep in mind, there's only her. There's only her. Like, her kids are older and out of the house. All right. So now, bro, here's how it kind of started. My parents are retired and living in Florida. I've already told, bro, they're both in their 80s. I already told you my mother is suffering from Alzheimer's disease. And, my father waits on a hand and foot, yada, yada, yada. My sister lives 40 minutes away from them. All right. So, bro, my sister wound up getting a job close to my parents. Okay. Bro, it's about a 40-minute drive. Right. So what my sister decides, bro, is she's going to go to work and she's not going to drive home 40 minutes every night. She's going to sleep over my parents' house because she's too cheap to pay for the gas to go for a 40-minute drive every night.
So the job's in the town of your parents?
Of my parents.
Okay. And she lives 40 minutes from the job.
Yeah, so, bro, literally from Monday through Thursday, for about 2 years, she freaking lived with my parents because she didn't want to drive all of 40 minutes home. Now, bro, you got to understand something about my father. Bro, my father's not going to say you're intruding. Listen, we're 80 something years old now. We kind of want to be left alone. That my father's not going to do that. My sister's not going to take that into consideration because it's all about her. She really doesn't care as long as she doesn't have to drive back and forth every day. So, bro, in other words, what I'm saying is she's living there 4 days out of the week. She's eating their food. She's using their water, taking a shower, the whole 9 yards, right? Meanwhile, bro, she's doing them a favor by, like, every month she's like putting $100 in their bank account. Now, Jeff, do the math of what like a hotel room would cost you every night, what a meal would cost you every night, 4 times a week, times 4 for them. I mean, do the math, bro. And she's like putting $100 in their bank account every month, and she thinks that's okay, right? So, bro, this really pissed me off. Like this happened. This is going on for 2 years, and I kept saying to my father, I wanted to say something. I wanted to say something. I want to say. He would not let me say anything. My father, don't start anything. It's going to be a big fight. That's my daughter. The whole on. He would not let me say nothing. So I never said anything. Okay, but bro, this was a big part of our rift. Because I felt she was taking advantage of my parents. Bro, she's 58. And that really bothered me, right? Okay. So now, bro, all of a sudden, she never talks to me. I never hear from her, nothing. All of a sudden, I get a text yesterday, right? She wants to buy a gift for somebody at Costco, but she's not a member of Costco. So she wants me to go online and order this product for her, with my membership number and all my information and do all this so she could save $40 on this item, right? So, bro, I never hear from her, ever. So now it's about her again. Bro, here she is with a five-figure bank account, and at the end of the day, she's looking to save $40.
What's a membership cost?
$25.
For a year?
Yes.
So it would be a $15 difference there if she would do it that way.
If she would join herself.
Right. So she would still save $15 then immediately,
yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay.
So, bro, I write back to her like, okay, like bro, you know me. I'm reading this. Bro, I got to tell you something about me, Jeff. I can't be bothered with anything. Like, don't don't shake up my routine. Like, don't bother me with anything out of the norm. Going online and ordering stuff, I don't do that, bro. That doesn't fall in my category. Like, if I want something on Amazon or eBay, whatever, I'll tell my son or daughter to order it for me, and I'll give them the money. And I don't do that. So now you're asking me okay, first of all, you're asking me to do something I don't do. And it's out of my schedule. Right, bro? Second of all, it's all about you again. You don't talk to me. You don't call me or nothing. Now you could save $40. It's all about you. And third of all, bro, you got a 5-figure bank account. The $40 ain't going to break you. So, of course, I write back, you want me to do what? So now she goes into great detail, bro. And she ends it with, I got to get my glasses here. She ends it with, yeah, okay. Yeah, here's my address. Send it to this address. Thanks a lot. So I'm reading this, bro, and I'm saying, thanks a lot. Like, did I agree to this and miss out? Like, where did I agree to do this? I never don't. So you see, bro, she's pulling the fast one. Yeah, here's my address. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, thank you, bro. But here's the funny thing.
Are you gonna have to front the money on this,
bro? She's got five figures, bro. Oh, by the way, I don't get paid till next Friday, so I could either send you a check and you could cash it at a later date. So, but she ends it with thanks, like this is a done deal. So now I wrote her back, bro. Where's my phone? Bro, listen, entertain the people while I get my phone, Jeff. Hold on.
Oh, I'm going to feel like those guys on the Scott Casey Gale show when Vince walked away and they just stood there. Again, brand, if you are not part of the brand, join up, code word brand. That's all I got right now. I'm not good at improvising, but I didn't want to sit here and pick my ear like the Shield of Bally
That would
Castle
have
did.
been great, bro. If you would have not said a word and picked your ear, that would have been tremendous. Jeff, I'm going to read this to you, all right?
Yep.
All right. Okay. Bro, here's the original one, right? Hi, hey, Vin. Keep in mind, hey, Vin, you've not texted me ever. Okay, Jeff? Hey, Vin, I want to order something from Costco, but don't have a membership. We don't have a store near us. Bro, she wants to order something from Costco, but she don't have a membership because she don't have a Costco near her. She don't want to go to Costco. She wants to order something from Costco. So the fact that there isn't a Costco near her doesn't mean anything. She wants to go online and order something. Right off the bat, I'm pissed off. We don't have a store near us. If you have a membership, can you order the item for me and I can put the money in your PayPal account? Can you please look up to see how much this item is first? Won't let me get the prices because she's not a member, so I won't give her the prices. Then she goes, here's the item number. Thanks. Okay, first of all, what are you thanking me for? I didn't agree to do any of this. Now I'm going online, Jeff. Now I'm putting item numbers in and this, that, and that. Meanwhile, I know you got a 5-figure bank account. Okay. So, Jeff, I say, hold on a minute. Did my phone just go kabuki on me? Hold on, Jeff. Okay. So, Jeff, now she says this and she ends it with thanks when I didn't agree to do anything. So now I fire back. What do you want me to do now? Because I'm kind of intrigued by this now. Okay, ready, bro? Go to Costco.com and buy me this item. Now that's a command. We're not even asking anymore. Go to Costco.com and buy me this item. She gives me the number again. Bro, listen to all this that I got to go through. Listen to how this interrupts my day, Jeff. Listen. Have it shipped to me. Let me know how much. I can send a check or pay you through PayPal. It's Hugo Boss Cologne. I just have to wait till I get paid on next Friday. If that's okay. I can put a check in the mail tomorrow if you can hold it till Friday. I bought this cologne online for this guy she has a relationship with, and it's the Kabuki's relation. I'm not going to mention his name. I bought this cologne online for so-and-so's birthday, and it was fake. I can only find it at Macy's or Dillard's for $100, but Costco has it for $60. No Costco near us. That doesn't matter that there's not a Costco near you. You're ordering it online. So don't want to get membership. I really appreciate it. My address is, she gives me her address. They told me on the phone it was $59.99. Think I got to pay shipping on top. So give me the total price. Wouldn't let me buy it without membership. Thanks. So now I'm really pissed off because, like, in her mind, like, this is a done deal. I got to go online. I got to put a number in. I got to do the shipping. I got to wait to get paid and all this. And she hasn't spoken to me in months, and she's got a 5-figure thing. So I write, what thanks? I didn't say okay. Don't you think, I said, don't you think it's a lot of work to save $10, right? So she answers back, forget it. It's more like $40. Don't bother, right? So I answered back, how do you figure? Shipping will be like $20. Then boom. Ready? I go from, how do you figure? Shipping will be like $20. You've always been so freaking cheap. Okay? Here we go. Don't worry about it. Shipping is $3. Look who's calling the kettle black. All right, now you've opened up the barn doors, bro. Now, oh, bro, the Shield of Ballycastle. This is important. Oh, why can't I figure out how to do all of this at once? All right, so Jeff, look who's calling the kettle black. That's it. Now it's fair game. You know? Okay. So I said $3. Are you nuts? Like the shipping's gonna be more than $3. $3. Are you nuts? Then I go with, bro, me cheap. I didn't mooch off my parents until I was 58. Now, bro, you have to understand, I've been wanting to say that for years. But because of respect for my father, I never said anything to her. But now she's opened up the barn doors, right, bro? So now I'm like, now I finally say, you're 58, you're mooching off of mom and dad. Don't give me call the kettle black, right? So, bro, there's no response back. And I say to Amy, you know why she's not responding back, right, bro?
She calling your parents?
She's calling my parents, bro. Bro, keep in mind, she's 58. Bro, we're talking about a 58-year-old. Right? So, bro, all of a sudden the phone rings. It's dad. So, bro, here's his opening line. Ready, bro? Why do you have to make your sister cry? Bro, 58 years old. 58 years old. So I said, bro, she's got a 5-figure bank account. She never calls me nothing. Okay, now she wants me to do a favor to save 40 freaking bucks, and then she assumes I'm going to do it when I never agreed to do it in the first place. And I said, screw that, bro. Listen, either find the guy a cheaper gift or fork over the $40. Jeff, first of all, let me ask you this. We're talking about a $40 savings, okay? Would you, for a Christmas gift, bro, she's known this guy for about 20 years, okay? 20 years she's known this guy. Would you ever impose on anybody else to save $40 on a Christmas gift?
I wouldn't think so. Unless like if they work somewhere and they can get a discount or something. I don't know. Maybe. I guess it just depends on the situation. Okay, I'm not going to go to somebody I never talked to and be like, hey, can you do me this favor?
Well, you just heard my whole situation. Am I wrong in this? Should I just have said, great, no problem?
I don't know. I don't know. Totally, however you reacted was probably the right reaction because you know that relationship between you two.
Jeff, I just got very upset when she like assumed I was gonna do it. Like, no, I didn't say I was gonna do this. Bro, she's got a 5-figure. I'll go one step.
Now maybe she built that account by saving $40.
I'm going to go further. A mid 5-figure bank account, and she's looking to save $40. I mean, bro, first of all, if it's too much, then look to get the guy something cheaper. Second of all, with a mid 5-figure bank account, is $40 going to break the bank, bro?
You wouldn't think so. I don't know. I haven't been in that situation.
So what I did here's what I did, like a freaking softy, like I am, because my father said, "Oh, you made your sister cry, and why do you got to make her cry?" And blah 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 blah. So I just said to her, "You can go to Costco yourself and order. Here's my email. Here's my password. Here's my membership number. Here's all the information you need. Just go freaking order whatever you want."
Any response from that?
Thanks. That's all. That's all she wants. She could care less. Bro, not how you doing. Haven't spoke to you in months. How are the kids? Oh, can you save me $40? I hate stuff like that. And bro, I don't listen to, I don't want to, don't anybody bother me with going outside of my routine. I don't want to go outside of my routine. And like, here's another thing, Jeff. I'm going to say this right now. Bro, you know this guy, the promoter, I just did the big event in New York, and I said it went well with everybody, and I got to see a lot of good friends, and I got to re-hook up with Sean, which I thought was great and everything else like this. But this guy, like, he wanted to do at WrestleMania, he wanted to do, me and Ed, a big thing, blah, 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 so now he's calling me, to basically give the offer of, okay, I'll pay X amount of dollars to get you and Ed. I got to tell you something, Jeff. Like, I need the money, and it would be a good payday. I mean, it really would. And it would, on top of that, it would be great to spend a weekend with Ed. But Jeff, 95% of my body wants to have nothing to do with this. Out there with WrestleMania, with all these people that live and die wrestling. I don't like, bro, like, let me put it to you this way. There's nowhere else in the world I'd rather not be. Like, honestly, bro, like, put me, in a ghetto in Alabama before you send me there for WrestleMania weekend. I don't want to go. I don't want to do this. I don't want to be around any of this. But, again, bro, it's kind of like, I don't even know if I have a choice because, I need the money. But man, bro, I don't want to do this. Like, why is it so bad that, like, I don't even want to be around this?
I think the current business product, it influences that. I would look at it that, okay, if you and Ed are going to do this thing, A, like you said, you get to be with Ed in person, reconnect, and B, the people that will be coming to see you are fans of professional wrestling that you enjoy, the product that you worked on, the product that came before you. So those will be the people you're interacting with, not the nimrods we deal with on Twitter on a daily basis that want to throw insults. You know what I mean? That's not that. Well,
that first of all, bro, nobody throws an insult to my face. Nobody has ever thrown an insult to my face. These warriors in the internet wrestling community and everything, they have no balls because never in my life has anybody said anything to my face. So, but bro, there is the day we're going to have to sit there and sign. They're right. Like the night we're going to do the thing, and then the next day we have to sit there and sign. And like I said, Jeff, nobody's going to come up to me and confront me. But bro, I feel so like, what is wrong with me? It's the fact that I'm sitting there for 4 hours or 5 hours, whatever it is, and every person that comes up to me wants to talk about wrestling. And like, I want to talk about anything but wrestling. I'll talk to you about anything in the world but wrestling. And I just have to tell you, bro, like that 4 or 5 hours, Jeff, is agonizing to me. And I'm sitting here, and again, bro, I'm trying to dissect it and be my own freaking therapist. Like, why is it like that? Like, why do I not even want to talk about it?
I mean, how long have you been talking about it? Every day of your life for how many years? You know what I mean? Maybe that just wears on you. It just gets to a point where, man, I do this every single day, where it's become a job and not a passion. I don't know. But, you know, it also kind of comes with the territory. The good thing is these people that want your autograph, it's because of what you did in wrestling. It's because they respect what you did. And they're excited to see you. And the fact that they don't know you, but there's that connection with wrestling. So that's what they're going to talk to you about. I would try to turn that into a positive, as maybe these people that are interested in you may not know about this. It's a good way to advertise the brand to these people where they can connect with you on a daily basis, and come here and maybe subscribe and help this business. So you could do that. You could talk about the brand. You know what I mean? So,
you know what it is? Here's what it is. I can't celebrate. I have a hard time celebrating the joy of what was when what is so pathetic. And here's where I really get pissed off in myself, bro. This is where I really, really get pissed off in myself. Why should I give one crap about what is? Why should I care? Why should I care that the business sucks? Why should I care that Kevin Owens is fat? Like, why should I even care about any of this? That's where I really get pissed off at myself. Why should I care?
Like, why should you care that it's bad, or why should you care? I mean, because you gave so many years to build it to what it was. I mean, look at all the people that worked in the business around you. Look at all the people that worked before you that built the business to the heights during the 80s. That the people you worked with in the 90s that changed the game again, that built the business. The people that worked in WCW with the NWO stuff. These guys gave everything to build the business to this huge empire, handed it off to new people, and they're destroying what they built. So I think, you might not realize it, but that's like, did I do all that for nothing? You know what I mean? Did everything we do when we worked in professional wrestling, the Mick Foleys, the Austins, the Rocks, the Vince Russos, the Jim Rosses, did all that hard work that you guys did not matter because of today's product? That's how I would look at it if I had participated in that, if I had worked in that industry. The good thing about a lot of these fans you're going to meet is they probably feel the same way, and they are still showing respect to what you guys did to this day. 15, 18, 20 years later, they still appreciate what was done back then, and they want to be involved with you guys. And to me, that's the positive. Yeah,
and you're right, bro. And I just got to train my mind to start looking at it that way, because what you just said there is absolutely right. And I know that it's absolutely right. But man, I guess what did Mick say? Mick Foley said something about being frustrated, or how did he put
I got it right here, actually.
How did he put it, bro?
Let me get the exact quote, because I don't want to misquote him. It's the wrong page. A lot of Foley quotes. It's not just the show is not depressing me, it's frustrating.
Yeah, that's what it is, bro. It's the frustration. That's what it is. It's the frustration of not being able to do anything about it. So the only way you can deal with it, bro, because you can't do anything about it. So you're absolutely helpless. The only way you can deal with it, or the only way I can deal with it, is to separate myself from it. That's really what it all comes down to, bro?
Yep. Absolutely.
All right, let's talk about anything but freaking wrestling, bro.
Did you hear this Carrie Fisher interview?
No.
She said she was asked, basically told she needed to lose 35 pounds to film the new Star Wars movie.
Yeah, I mean, bro, she got as big as a house, with all due respect.
So, and she did the interview, I guess, just came out this week, which odd timing. Movie comes out in 2 weeks. And she was really upset about this.
Why was she upset about that? Does she think people want to see a fat Princess Leia? Go get freaking liposuction. I mean, why is she upset with that?
Fat shaming, like the body size matters in Hollywood. I don't know.
Body size matters everywhere. I'm a fat slob, bro. I know I'm a fat slob. Nobody needs to tell me I'm a fat slob. I'm a fat slob because I'm not willing to do what I got to do to get back to my playing weight. So the fact that somebody's telling her to lose 35 pounds is telling her that she's a fat slob, and she doesn't want to hear it. She knows she's a fat slob. I mean, my God, bro, we're going to have a fat Princess Leia at the feet of Jabba the Hutt. We won't be able to know who's who.
She also took a shot like that slave deal. Like, I like the way the slave outfit portrayed women. And like, I can't believe this coming from her. You know what I mean? It's like one of the most iconic things in film. But the fact is, she killed Jabba the Hutt. She killed Jabba the Hutt in this slave outfit. So how does that make women look bad? You know what I mean? That's the way I've always looked at it, that it objectifies women. Well, this woman killed Jabba the Hutt.
Well, first off, so bro, what is she saying about, like, okay, I was asked to lose 35 pounds.
Let me pull it up, because again, like Mick, I don't want to misquote her. I should have printed this out. She thinks the bikini merchandise is stupid. Okay, here it was pressured to lose weight.
Bro, first of all, telling somebody either you lose 35 pounds or don't get the job is not pressuring somebody to lose weight. There's no pressure there. You want the job, you need to lose 35 pounds. You don't lose 35 pounds, you don't get the job. What's the pressure?
Right. Here's the quote. They don't want to hire all of me, only about 3/4. Yeah. Nothing changes. It's an appearance-driven thing. I'm in a business where the only thing that matters is weight and appearance. That is so messed up. They might as well say get younger, because that's how easy it is. I did it the same way everybody else has to. Don't eat and exercise more. There's no other way to do it. I have a harder time eating properly than I do exercising. It's easier for me to add an activity than to deny myself something. And when I do lose the weight, I don't like that it makes me feel good about myself. It's not who I am. My problem is they talk to me like an actress, but I hear them like a writer. We treat beauty like an accomplishment, and that is insane. Everyone in LA says, oh, you look good, and you listen for them to say you've lost weight. It's never how are you or you seem happy. And that was it.
Bro, first of all, there's nobody on this planet that could tell me that if you lose weight, you don't feel better about yourself. That's freaking ridiculous.
No, that's
bro.
what she said. It made her feel better, and she didn't like it.
She didn't like feeling better about herself?
Yeah, let me pull that back up. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. Like, I don't understand that quote. Okay, here we go. And when I do lose the weight, I don't like that it makes me feel good about myself.
She's a wacko. Bro, she was always a wacko anyway. She's always been a whack job. I don't know where there's any pressure involved. Bro, if I got a call from WWE tomorrow and they said, okay, Vince, we want you to manage Kevin Owens, but we can't have two fat guys. So you're going to have to lose 40 pounds to be his manager. Where's the pressure in that? It's like, okay, I either lose the 40 pounds and manage Kevin Owens, or I don't. I don't understand where the pressure in that is. Bro, listen, she's got to understand something. That's not a, you're fat, you're not going to get the role. That's a Princess Leia was portrayed a certain way. This is the way people saw her. This is the way people want to remember her. You can't be 40 pounds, overweight. You'll kill the gimmick. I mean, that's what it is. This isn't just any movie. I mean, my God, if she can't understand that, she's in the wrong freaking business, bro.
I mean, is it kind of the same as telling, like some of these guys that play superheroes or like that they need to work out before the role and get muscle built and stuff like that. Kind of the same thing, isn't it?
Look at that freaking lunatic Christian Bale, bro. Remember when he did that movie, The Mechanic, I think was the name of it?
Yeah, I never saw it, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, bro, the guy got down to like 120 freaking pounds because, he wanted to be the part. I mean, yeah, bro, it's like, yeah, what's that? Bro, the kid that plays Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire, he was a dweeb, bro. You're going to tell him he doesn't need to bulk up and put on muscle to go play that part? That's what they do. That's their profession. These writers, J.J. Abrams, we got a part for you. This is how we see, Princess Leia. You got the option. You want to lose the weight and do the part, or you don't want to do the part.
That's like the guy on Fargo, the butcher, Ed. When he was on Breaking Bad, he was skinny. He put on a lot of weight for a movie role, and Fargo asked him to stay that big for this role.
Yeah.
I mean, he took his shirt off. I mean, he's got a huge gut. But that's not his normal body type. So he was kind of asked the reverse. Can you stay overweight for this role?
Oh, so, bro, De Niro does that all the time. I mean, bro, when De Niro did Raging Bull and he had to play an older Jake LaMotta, bro, the guy had to pack on like 50, 60 pounds. As a matter of fact, bro, they've done studies. And they said with a lot of these Hollywood actors that put on the weight for a part, then lose it, then put it on, then lose it, that it's not good for their health in the long run if you keep doing this pattern over and over again. But I mean, my God, bro, how could she not expect that that's what they would have wanted?
Yeah, I mean, I just like if she was so against it, why'd she do it? I mean, just say no thanks.
Bro, do you ever do any Skype?
No, I don't. I've done Skype, I think, once in my life. I just don't.
But you can get on there, right?
If I can remember my login, I have a login.
I gotta because you gotta figure it out. I've never done a. Scott Casey Gale always adds the people. We got to figure out how to add the people. We got to do a three-way because I'm looking at the side of my screen and it's blowing up with these guys on Twitter. So, but I want you to be a part of that because I won't be able to tell you how great it was.
Right. Okay.
Okay. What else you got there, Jeff?
I know you're a big Stallone, Mark. And I love the Rocky movies. I've always been a fan of the Rocky movies, but I never got into Rambo. Were you ever into Rambo?
Yeah, but I'm gonna stop you right there first.
Okay.
Because this goes into what you were just talking about. Bro, Stallone takes great pride in looking good and always being in shape. That's part of his life. It's like Arnold. That's who those guys are. Stallone is going to be working out till the day that he died. Bro, here's a perfect example. In Creed, he's an old, overweight guy. Bro, that you know that had to kill him to put on the weight and to be seen that way. You know that had to kill Sly. But for the part, he had to put on weight. He had to look like, I'm a mid 60-year-old guy, probably 70-year-old guy that I've got the body of an old man. So I mean that's the complete opposite of Carrie Fisher because he had to feel uncomfortable doing that and people seeing him that way, but that's what the part required. So I know Rambo, they're going to be doing a series on this, right? On Fox?
Yeah, that's what I was interested in. If you were, what do you think about that? I mean, were you into the films? I've never seen one. I've never seen a Rambo movie.
Oh, yeah. I mean, bro, if anything, just see the first one. The rest of them were good, but the first one's phenomenal. Bro, when I saw this the other day, I love the fact. I love the fact that Sylvester Stallone was able to create two freaking characters, bro, and parlay that for the next 40 years. I think that is so incredible. I tip my hat to him. I think that's such a great accomplishment. And that's when I read about the freaking Rambo thing. I'm like, this guy, he bro, there used to be an old saying that when the world comes to an end, the only thing going to be left are cockroaches and Cher. That's what they used to say. But Sylvester Stallone just will never die. He will never die. He will never go away. But that, bro, that is a testament. This guy's a great writer. This guy's a great producer. This guy's a great director. You look at him as Rocky, but you forget he does all these other things so well. And good for him, bro. I mean, I just love that he keeps on going on, man.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting. Moving a movie franchise to television. Yeah. I mean, I know it's been done before, but a lot of times they don't transfer well. I think the most successful one that I can think of anyway was Buffy the Vampire Slayer was a movie first, and then it was huge on TV. But I don't know, you don't really see that a lot.
Yeah.
And then the last thing I had was Time Magazine has a poll up voting for their Person of the Year. 2 of your favorites are on the list: Caitlyn Jenner and Kim Kardashian. Person of the Year. Thoughts on that?
Bro, I saw that. First of all, when I saw that, I thought it was like one of those National Lampoon jokes. You know what I mean, bro? And then I read it, and I'm like, listen, bro, honestly, if you want people to never buy Time Magazine again, pick one of those 2. Pick your poison. If you want, because people will not buy the magazine again if Kim Kardashian is Man of the Year. They will never buy that magazine again, bro.
Yeah, I was like, is Jared their third choice? I mean, like, Caitlyn Jenner killed somebody. I mean, if she was cleared or not, there's still, I don't know. And what has Kim Kardashian done to better mankind?
Oh my God, bro, please.
I mean, at least you can understand what Caitlyn Jenner, she gave hope to a group of people, but what has Kim done?
You know, that's going to segue me into one of these things, Jeff, because I know I've been talking a lot about it again, but I want to talk about it again for another reason today. But the Amy Winehouse documentary, bro, I got to bring this up, and especially when you talk about Kim Kardashian, because this is somebody that, like, Jeff, you got to see this documentary, and here's why it's so good. There was so much footage, and I'm not just talking about concert footage, bro. Footage with her friends growing up when she met her manager when he was 19 and she was 16. Footage of her and her manager. Footage of her and her family, like really personal footage that kind of tell the story through the years. That's what's so good about it, bro. It's not talking heads. Well, Amy was this and Amy was that. All the footage is there. So you, with your own eyes, Jeff, you see the progression of this woman. And the thing about it, Jeff, that I loved about it, because like I said, listen, I'm not comparing myself to Amy Winehouse, but this is kind of like how I was. Bro, fame was never on her radar. It was never on her radar. It's almost like she never even stopped for a minute and said, well, what if I become successful? Like, what will my life be? What will happen? It wasn't even on a radar. This was a girl that loved to sing, and she loved to write write lyrics. She loved to write songs, and like that's all she wanted to do. And then because she was so unique, and we talk about it all the time, Jeff, being unique, being different, looking different, sounding like nobody. I mean, she just like hit it like boom. And all of a sudden, bro, everybody wanted a piece of her. She was not prepared for this. And this eventually, led to her downfall because she could not be the person they expected her to be. She couldn't. And bro, here's one of the things I did not know about her, bro. But one of the biggest problems was her first vice was alcohol. Okay, bro. She was a big drinker. Her boyfriend kind of turned her on to drugs. But on her own, she was just doing alcohol. But here's what I didn't know, bro. She was bulimic. So, she used to binge. She used to, eat a lot of food, then throw it up. Her mother tells the story of how she found out. I mean, so the situation was, bro, she was throwing up her food, and really the alcohol, bro, she was $110 soaking wet. And when she's throwing up the food, and all she has in her body is her alcohol, It's slowly but surely is starting to break down her body. But I did not know, bro, she was bulimic. So
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, bro, that was really a huge part. But you got to see this, bro, because you look at somebody, you look at a freaking just an attention whore, like every member of that Kardashian family, with the exception of Rob, is a publicity whore. Period. Here's a girl that that loved music, and I just want to do what I want to do, and never even took into consideration. You gotta see it, bro. It's really fascinating, man.
Is it on Netflix?
It just came out on DVD. You can get it in Redbox. It just came out. Tuesday, I think, bro.
Yeah, there's a documentary I'm interested in next Saturday night, 30 for 30 on ESPN, The Four Falls of Buffalo, and it's on the.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
when
it's
is
on
that next Saturday?
Next Saturday night. Yeah, it's on the Bills' 4 consecutive Super Bowl trips, losing 4 straight Super Bowls.
Oh, wow, that'll be a good one, bro.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm going to shed a couple tears in that one, listening to those guys. Just bring back memories of living through that here, you know what I mean? And just it's going to be emotional for me, I think, but I'm looking forward.
Bro, there is an independent film, and the name escapes me. Maybe Buffalo 66. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Bro, it's in my basement. I love the movie. I love the freaking DVD, but it's about, this guy plays a great character. But anyway, they're from upstate New York, Buffalo, right, bro? And them being Bills fans is a big part of the story. You'd love it. And they play that Norwood missed field goal over. And like they torture themselves with it. They play it over and over and over again. Bro, I got to tell you the name of this movie. You will love this movie. You will absolutely fall in love with this movie. And
it's just about guys in Buffalo that are Bills fans?
No, it's about this one guy. It's a great character, bro. Bro. Go real quickly. Go online because I know you're quicker than me, bro. You know that actress Ricci, RICC, Christine.
Yeah.
Go to her IMPD, whatever it's called, or something.
She's in it, I'm guessing.
She's in it, and one of the movies will be something 66, I think, or something Buffalo 66 or something.
Do you remember like how long ago it came out? Oh, there it is, Buffalo 66.
Okay,
that's exactly
Buffalo,
what it's called.
Bro, first of all, you'll love this because of the Norwood gimmick. Does it say anything about the movie?
Billy is released after 5 years in prison. In the next moment, he kidnaps teenage student Layla and visits his parents with her pretending she is his girlfriend, and they will soon marry.
Bro, does it say who Billy is?
Billy
Vincent something.
Yeah, Vincent Gallo.
Bro, thank you. Bro, Vincent Gallo. This guy was an independent filmmaker, bro. Bro, first of all, you got to go to the guy's website, first of all. It's the wackiest thing you've ever seen. But, bro, please, it's going to be hard for you to find this, to be honest with you. But, bro, you will fall in love with this character. You have to see that movie.
I'm writing this
It's
down.
going to be hard for you to find. I don't know. I came across it, man. I had to go look for it. Bro, you will love the movie. You will love the Bill stuff, but you will love this character, Vincent Gallo. Unbelievable, bro.
Yeah, it's on TMC next Saturday.
Oh, bro, please stop everything and watch it.
I don't know if I get TMC. Is that a cable or is that a
the movie channel? That's a paid channel.
Yeah, I might not get that. I'll have to look. I don't know. Like I got HBO and Stars in a package because it was cheaper, and some other thing came with it. I don't know.
Oh, you got to see that movie, bro.
I will look and see that if I get that station.
A couple of other things I want to talk about. Jeff, do you know I wasn't a big Stone Temple Pilots guy, but did you hear that Scott Weiland died today?
Yeah, did they? I know it was on his tour bus. They found him. Did they?
Yeah, I was
the official cause yet? Or?
Well, not official. You're not going to get that for a while. But what I was reading was, obviously the guy's had drug problems in the past. He was a big heroin addict. Now it's coming out that some of his close friends, they're saying like the last 4 days he was on like a crack cocaine binge. and he was off the wagon, like really bad the last 4 days. That was the last thing I read on TMZ. Bro, Jeff, I always have like such a hard problem like trying to understand like how you get addicted to drugs. I mean, I've never been, obviously, you've never been, but I just like, I'm always like with all that fame and fortune and that money. Like, bro, here was the thing I was telling, I think I was telling VJ the other day with Amy Winehouse, right, bro? She couldn't deal with it. She just, bro, let me put it to you this way. If she left her flat in London at night, the minute she walked out the door, bro, there were so many flash bulbs, it looked like it was daytime. I mean, hundreds. The minute she walked out. And that was the one thing I said to VJ. I'm like, man, if she couldn't deal with this and this wasn't the life she wanted, bro, why didn't she just live on an island somewhere? Just go someplace that like these people, would have had great expense in traveling to. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you can't deal with it, just isolate, yourself. You got enough money to do it, so you don't have to deal with it. So that's why with guys like this, bro, that have the fame and the fortune and the money and can do whatever it is they choose to do, I can never make sense of going down the road of self-destruction with freaking drugs, man.
Yeah, I don't know unless you've been in somebody's shoes if we ever could understand that. Obviously you have to make the choice sober to try this stuff. Nobody's holding you down that first time. So you have to make the choice to try it, whether you're pressured from peer pressure or not. You still make that choice to start. So if that choice goes a different direction, this doesn't happen. Obviously your body wants it, your body needs it after you do it so many times, and you feel like absolute death until you put it back in your system. Maybe depression issues. There's lots of factors that I would assume go into all this. I mean, I don't know. It's just sad how something turns out like this for people, man.
Yeah. Jeff, one of the best books I ever read about it, where like, I swear to God, bro, I hate to read. I don't like to read. This was one of the books I've read in my life, and I walked away from it saying this guy deserved to die. Like I could not believe what I was reading. It was like, this guy deserved to die. And it was, the Woodward book, Wired, about Belushi, John Belushi. Bro, the stuff this guy was putting in his body, like, was unbelievable. Like, Jeff, I mean, unbelievable. And I'm reading this and I'm like, this guy will be dead. I mean, oh my God, bro. Thank God I never had to deal with that. You never had to deal with that, because you can never understand it unless you've been in that position, bro, Yep. Jeff, I got a couple other things on my list. One of them is about Tenacious D, but I'm going to wait till you bring up that question. And then we got the Beatle question. But, bro, I want to bring up this one thing about sports. I want to talk to sports about you for a second, because, Jeff, I know you're a diehard Bill fan. I'm a diehard, San Francisco Giant fan. I've been since 1970. Jeff, I cannot remember a time in sports where there has ever been this kind of a situation going on that there is right now in baseball. And, bro, you want to talk about, what is it, bro? The cat that ate the canary? Is that the right metaphor that I'm using?
I think so.
Bro, you want to talk about like just sitting in the perfect seat. I've never seen this in my life. Okay. Bro, earlier this week, David Price came off the free agent market because the Boston Red Sox signed him. I think 7 years, like, bro, $31 million a year.
Yeah, I think it was $217 million. Like, they said it's $1 million to start.
It's $1 million. That's what I was just going to say, Jeff. These guys start 32, 33 games. Bro, it's $1 million to start. Bro, the guy gets knocked out in the first inning. He made $1 million. It's that simple, okay? But anyway, bro, so now he's off the market. Okay, so now, bro, the gem, the prized possession, the diamond out there right now is Zack Greinke. Bro, here's what's going on with Zack Greinke. There are two teams in the running. That's it. The Giants and the Dodgers. Okay, bro? Greinke's played with the Dodgers for the last 3 years. He had a longer contract, but he had a clause in his contract that he can opt out over 3 years to go somewhere else and make money. So Greinke had a phenomenal season. He opted out of the contract with the Dodgers to become a free agent, but now obviously the Dodgers want him back badly. But bro, listen, the Dodgers came in first place last year. I think they've come in first place the last 3 years in the National League West. The Giants came in second place last year, didn't make the playoffs. Bro, if the Giants take Greinke from the Dodgers and now he's a Giant, the Giants win the division and go into the playoffs. The decision of one guy, bro, literally take him away from the Giants and put him from the Dodgers and put him on the rival Giants. The shift of power is like unbelievable. I never saw this before in professional sports where, a first place team and a second place team. And if the second place team steals them from the first place team, all of a sudden there's a shift in power. I never saw this before. Bro, the guy is sitting like in a freaking throne right now. Literally, these teams are going to bid. And he's sitting there, twiddling his thumbs till all of a sudden one team outbids the other and they just can't go higher anymore. But I never saw a free agent in this kind of a position before.
No, especially in the same division like that. Yeah. Do you know why only those two teams have the opportunity to get him? Is that by his choice or
no? That's the dollar amount, bro. They're looking at, with what David Price signed for, they're looking at Greinke getting like $35 million a year, and he wants a 6-year contract. Jeff,
do you see the prices is guaranteed?
Yeah, Jeff, what do you do with seriously? What do you do with that kind of money?
I don't know. I'm about to become friends with David Price and see if he'll let me do one of his starts, and I'll be set for life. Just let me do one. Let me do one start.
Just give me one start. Give me the ball. How bad can I do, bro? You know what I mean? Yeah. Hey, bro, how do what was I going to say? How do you feel about that though, with Price going to the Red Sox?
Anytime somebody good goes to the Red Sox, it stings me. I mean, there's been talk the Yankees have been trying to get him for years, but I don't think there's been rumors he won't go to the Yankees because he doesn't want to shave. You have to shave to be on the Yankees,
bro.
But let me ask you this though: like, if the Dodgers lose him, okay, to the Giants, what does that do for that fan base? You know what I mean? Like, do they feel like we just handed the Giants the year? You know what I mean?
I would think so because, bro, let's face it, bro. Out of any team in the major leagues, the Dodgers could pay him whatever they have to pay him. You know what I'm saying, bro? Whatever. It's going to have to come down to Greinke wanting to go to the Giants. I mean, it's not going to be money. Both sides are going to pay the guy whatever he wants. It's going to come down to for whatever reason, I want to go to a different team. But Jeff, you know what I'm thinking? Because obviously now the winter meetings are next week. I'm a big baseball fan, so I'm glued to the TV. But, bro, you know what blows me away now with all these conversations of all these big-name free agents? Bro, the Yankee name isn't even in the conversations anymore, bro.
I know. It used to be, it doesn't matter who the person was, the Yankees were one of the teams that were going after him or had a shot to get him. I don't understand what's going on. Like, I really don't.
Well, they say Steinbrenner's son. What's the kid's name?
Oh. I can't remember.
It doesn't matter. But they're basically saying he's no George Steinbrenner. This guy will not spend anywhere near the money his dad did, nowhere close. But, man, when you hear about Price and Greinke and this and that, and, like, you don't even hear the Yankees aren't even in the conversation. Coming from New York and you being a fan, that's just odd, bro, Yeah,
it was odd last year with Max Scherzer. Like, I thought we would be in the conversation for Scherzer. So it's like, if that's the case with him and he doesn't want to spend the money and he wants to keep getting these old players that used to be good and have name recognition but can't play that good anymore. Like that's what he's been fielding. Had Cashman field the past 2 or 3 years. You know, the Beltrons and the people like that. We're not going to compete. It's not going to work. So especially in baseball, you either have the teams that pay to win, or you have the teams that create their own farm system and win before they lose them to those teams that can afford them.
That's right.
And we're not either right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to the meetings next week, but everybody says Greinke is going to make a decision by today. So, we'll see what happens. All right, Jeff, anything else? I know we had those 2 questions I told you to save for this.
Yeah, that's all I got left is the questions.
All right, bro, ask me the Tenacious D.
Okay.
Because I got a great story for this one, bro.
These were a couple questions. We accept questions from brand members on Lions, Tigers, Bears, and Dirt, and we held these 2 off for this show because they were non-wrestling related and would make good conversation. So the first one is from Heath Hinton, and he says, like you, Vince, I'm a huge Tenacious D mark, and I was wondering, what is your favorite song? Mine is Greatest Song in the World.
Okay. Bro, I got to tell you a great Tenacious D story, Jeff, that will portray the horrible father that I am, okay? Bro, I'll never forget. You know, Tenacious D, bro, it's Jack Black and Kyle Gass, and Jack Black was doing this way before he became a movie star or anybody knew him. As a matter of fact, bro, these guys became popular because they were playing very small clubs in LA, and some celebrities that went to the club got hooked on these guys because they were so freaking entertaining. I know Ben Stiller was one of those guys. He just went to one of their shows, so that's how they grew in the LA area, right, bro? First of all, too, bro, Jack Black, people don't understand this. Jack Black is a genius level. The guy is so super intelligent, bro. I think his father was a rocket scientist. Seriously. But, bro, as a kid, Jack Black went to these expensive boarding schools for gifted children. I mean, this guy you would never know it seeing him, but he's got an intellect that's forget about it, you know? So, bro, they started playing very small clubs in LA. Then they came out with a first album that was kind of under the radar, and then it's kind of grown ever since. Bro, the last time I saw them was last July, I think it was, at Red Rocks. I mean, bro, they sold the place out. Everybody knew every word to every song. It was one of those things, right? So, bro, I'll never forget this. I owned CD Warehouse back in Atlanta. This is probably, bro, I'd say about 2000. You know what I mean? WCW went under, whatever. So it was about 2000. So that's about how many years ago is that? 15 years ago or whatever?
Yeah, almost 16.
Yeah. Okay. So, bro, they came out. Tenacious D, their first CD came out. I had no idea who they were. There was they were portraying Satan on the cover of their first CD. I thought it was that satanic heavy metal music. I didn't know who Jack Black was at the time. He wasn't a movie star yet, So, bro, I always was looking at this, and people were coming in buying it, So, bro, I'll never forget this. My VJ must have been 12 at the time, right? So I talked him into spending the money. He had money. So I talked him into spending the money to buy the DVD, the CD, because I didn't want to spend the money. So VJ buys the CD, and we hear it, And, bro, the very first song off the bat is called Kielbasa, and it's about, hit their kielbasa sausage, I mean, so right off the bat, I'm like, what is this, I love you, baby, but all I could think about is kielbasa sausage. Your butt cheeks is warm. That's the first line of the song. So I'm like, so you got to imagine a 12-year-old kid listening to this, right? So I'm like, what is this? So I listened to the whole CD, and I'm hooked, bro. There's a combination of so many things with Tenacious D. It isn't funny, right? Bro, this is what a horrible father I am. So VJ's about 12 at the time, or maybe 11, right? So, bro, sure enough, bro, like those weekly papers that tell you all the concerts coming up and everything.
Yeah.
Sure enough, bro, go through it. Boom, big ad for Tenacious D playing this small club in Atlanta. A small club. They don't do clubs anymore, bro. At the beginning when they started, Jack Black and Kyle Gass would come out and they would just play acoustic guitar. That was it. There was no band, no nothing. The two guys with acoustic guitars. That's it. So that was one of these tours. It was like their first tour, right? So I see this and right away, like, I'm all over this, right? So, like, I drag my kids to go see it with me, VJ and Will is 12 years old, right? So, bro, you got to understand with these small clubs, Jeff, you probably know, you've probably been to some of these concerts. You pay general admission. Then depending on how early you get there and jockeying for position and this and that, the earlier you get there, the more, you get to the front. You get to the very front. Well, bro, anything general admission, like I'm at the front. Like, no, you're not going to beat me to the front. If it's general admission, I'm going to be to the front. But, bro, you got to understand. I got a 12-year-old and a freaking 15-year-old with me, and I'm trying to get to the front, and I'm dragging VJ with me. And, bro, this is a bar. Like, this is an all-out bar. People are drinking. There's fights breaking out. I'm oblivious to all of this, right, bro? So, bro, I'm going through this, blah, blah, blah. We make it to the front, right? Okay. So, bro, this band opens up for Tenacious D. I'll never forget it. I don't remember the name of the band, but like these guys wore clown makeup. They were a very entertaining band, right? So, bro, first of all, you got to understand something. Before we beeline it to the front, okay, Jeff, I always make sure everybody's bladder is empty. Okay, before we go to the bathroom, because once we're up there, we ain't moving. So go to the bathroom. So the first thing I do, I make the kids go to the bathroom, right? So, bro, we finally get there, and the clowns are playing. We're right there, man. It's the stage and us, right? So VJ's 12 years old, bro. So the clowns are playing, blah, 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 blah. Bro, towards the end of his set, VJ looks at me. Ready, bro? Dad, I think I'm going to be sick. I'm like, what are you talking about? Dad, I think I'm going to throw up, Dad. I feel like I'm going to throw up. Dad. And, bro, the clowns are warming up. Now, bro, here's what's going through my head. The clowns are warming up. I know there's a little intermission. They got to set up for the D. So, like, I'm going through my mind, like, there's no way in hell I got a 12-year-old and a 15-year-old that I'm going through the gimmick and back again to get to the front of the thing. So, bro, meanwhile, Jeff, he's like, his face is white. Like, so I said, Dad, I think I'm going to be sick, man. What do you mean? Dad, I think I'm going to throw up. I can feel that I'm going to throw up. So, bro, like sometimes you just got to make the call. You got to make the call. Bro, kind of did you hear my last Chicken Necks?
Yes.
With my mother-in-law, where Julia Roberts, every word out of her mouth is an F. Yeah. I had to make the call. We're watching the rest. Bro, I looked at my 12-year-old son and I said, well, VJ, if you're going to throw up, just try not to throw up all over yourself. Just try to throw up directly down at the floor at your shoes. If you get it on other people, that's fine. Just try not to throw up on yourself. And, bro, the way I described it to him, I think I scared the hell out of him that he was afraid to throw up. So, bro, he stood there throughout the whole freaking concert, bro, sick to his stomach, white as a ghost, because I wouldn't give up our spot at the very front of the line, bro. Is that great parenting or what, bro? That's
awesome. Did he end up throwing up afterwards?
No, he was okay. He was okay, bro. Did I ever tell you a story of how I tortured him on Halloween one night?
I don't think so,
bro. Did I ever tell, bro? Will's 3 years older than VJ, right, bro? Bro, I'm really exposing myself here, Jeff, and there's a lot of cards and letters are gonna come in. Bro, when we lived in Connecticut, I worked for the WWE, and they were very small. VJ was born in Connecticut. William was born on Long Island, but me, Will, and VJ live right across the street from the mall. I used to take him to the mall all the time, right? So, bro, here's what me and Will used to do. Will was 3 years older, so I'm thinking VJ was probably about 3 or 4, so Will was about 7 and 8. And, bro, here's what we used to do. We used to go, the 3 of us. VJ would become preoccupied, like looking at toys or something. The minute we saw he was preoccupied, Will and I would always leave the store. So, bro, we'd leave him there, and we'd leave the store, and then we'd hide. We'd hide to get his reaction, right? And bro,
how old was he?
He was about 3 or 4.
Oh, you're terrible.
So, bro, me and Will would look at me, I'd look at Will, and we'd just hightail it out of the store, right? So then we'd hide, bro. So then, bro, we'd watch, and here he'd come, out of the store with all these people in the mall. Bro, you saw the look on his eyes. You saw the cry face forming. But, bro, here's what he did every single time. And we knew that this was our cue. Like, we got to go get the kid. Right, bro? So, he'd have the big eyes and you'd see the cry face. But here was the indicator, bro. When he got really scared and nervous, he would grab his balls. So he'd be there, the eyes, the face. As soon as the hand went on the balls, me and Will, all right, we got to go get him. So we did this to him everywhere we ever went, right? So, bro, VJ's about 3, Will's about 6. We live in Connecticut. I was working for the WWE. It's Halloween. I take him trick-or-treating at night, right, bro? Bro, it was a big neighborhood, but, we went from house to house to house to house. All of a sudden, it's getting dark, okay? Jeff, I'm literally around the corner from my house, okay? I'm around the corner from the house, right? So, bro, I see it getting dark. There's less and less kids on the street. So I turn to Will, and I say, Will, do you know where we are? I'm not sure where we are, So Will looks at me like, bro, he's only like, 5 or 8 at 6 or 7 or 8 at the time, whatever. And he goes, what do you mean, Dad? What do you mean? Like, he's scared at first. So, bro, VJ's not looking. So I give Will the wink. I give him the wink. And I'm like, Will, seriously, I don't know where we are. This is not familiar to me. I wasn't paying attention. Bro, do you know where we are? So Will right away, Dad, I've never been here before. I don't know where we are, blah, blah, blah. So now I'm like, I go in panic mode. I'm like, Will, how are we going to get home? I don't know. How are we going to get home? And, bro, this is like before cell phones and all that crap. I don't know how to get home. Bro, VJ is listening to all this. He's about 3 or 4. I see the eyes first. Then I see the cry face. Then, bro, he puts his hand on the balls. Then, bro, I tell this story to anybody who comes in my house, and VJ hates me for it, bro. Bro, in the middle of the street, dressed up in his little Halloween costume. Bro, he starts screaming at the top of his lungs. Ma, I want to come home. Ma, bro, tears streaming down his face at the top of his lungs in the middle of the street, bro. So now I'm thinking people are gonna think I abducted this little kid. You know what I'm saying, bro? So, bro, I had to freaking put my hand over his mouth, pick him up, scoop him up, and like literally run home with him because I had pushed it too far and it had gone too far. But, bro, I'll never forget that as long as I live at the top. I want to go. Oh, bro. Then I wonder why the kids are wrecked, bro. Bro, the Shield of Ballycastle, the third call right now. Can you hear it?
No.
Oh, my God, bro.
You got to answer the question, though. What's your favorite song?
Oh, bro, that's so hard. I couldn't give you one. I couldn't. I mean, I just could. They only have 3 albums, bro, and plus that live one just came out on record day. I couldn't give you one. Bro, let's talk about this Beatle question because I think this is interesting. This will be the last topic.
Yeah, this one was from Randy Mathith, and somehow when I pasted this, I missed half of his question. But what the gist is, Harrison's his guy.
Right.
George Harrison's his guy. And he was talking about, the songs, Here Comes the Sun, Think for Yourself, I Mean Mine, While My Guitar Gently Weeps, which is my favorite Beatles song as well, My Guitar Gently Weeps. But he says that he thinks the Harrison songs are up there with anything that Paul and John did as far as their solo writing. And he talks about his mastery on guitar. And then he goes on to say that if he had to choose between John and Paul, he'd choose Paul, but it's like pulling teeth. And then he puts over Ringo about being the backbone and the drummer, but he said he thinks he's going to get heat because of Harrison being his number one guy. So what do you guys say about that?
Absolutely not, bro. But you know what's so interesting again, Jeff? We can relate this back to wrestling. We can relate this back to wrestling. And what I come on here and I say all the time, over and over and over and over and over again. George Harrison wanted to be under the radar. George Harrison did not. He was shy. He was introverted, bro. He was the guy in the background. He did not want to be the guy out there. He did not want to do the interviews. He did not want to be noticed. He didn't like celebrity. He wanted to create his music, and that was it. He wanted to be the quiet Beatle. Okay, that's what he chose. Okay, watch how this relates to wrestling, bro. Then you have freaking John Lennon. Okay, who basically made the statement the Beatles are bigger than God, that set the world on fire. People were destroying their records, right? Bro, then the war comes, and he's outspoken about that, and him and Yoko are the peace in the bed, and on every talk show, you can imagine, but Lennon put himself out there. So now you got a group, and one guy doesn't even want to be noticed. Bro, freaking when George Harrison died, he lived in a castle somewhere that you couldn't even get to. He had his own recording studio. That was George Harrison. Lennon, on the other hand, put himself out there, very, very, very controversial, with his stance on the war and love and peace and the relationship with Yoko Ono, the whole 9 yards. But it's unbelievable. Look at this, bro. Look at it from a wrestling perspective. You had 4 guys in the same band. When you talk about the Beatles, you probably talk about John Lennon first, because John Lennon put himself out there, was different, wanted the attention, and wanted himself to be noticed. As great a musician as Harrison was, and he was an unbelievable musician and maybe better than John Lennon, bro. John Lennon hated the sound of his own voice. And the songs that Randy's talking about, unbelievable, bro. But the fact that he wanted to be in the background and John Lennon wanted to be in the forefront, who do you talk about today? John Lennon. Who made more money? No question, John Lennon. The same goes for wrestling today, bro. We talk about it over and over and over and over. You could be a face in the background and nobody's going to pay any attention to you, or you could take your balls in your hand, have an opinion, whether you're right or wrong, take that opinion and run with it. People are going to notice you. You're going to stand out from the pack. You're going to be different. And at the end of the day, you're going to make a hell of a lot more money. Bro, we always talk about, when we always celebrate the anniversary of John Lennon's death. Obviously he died a much different way, but to this day, we still celebrate John Lennon. To this day, George Harrison isn't, oh, by the way, when he may have been the better musician. But again, Jeff, what I'm getting at is, man, it all comes down to the way you position yourself, and that attributes the level of success that you're going to attain in your life.
Do you think that's you know, I don't know a lot about his solo career. I don't know if you can hear my dog. I apologize.
That's fine, bro. That's fine.
Like the only Harrison solo song that I remember was "I Got My Mind Set on You." I don't know if you remember that song.
Oh,
like,
of course I do.
yeah, the video with the clock and the stuff. But like, do you think that affected his solo career? Was all the stuff that you just talked about?
I don't think so, because the Beatles had such a huge fan base that if you were a Beatle fan, when the career was over, you were following the individual artist. And bro, I'll tell you what, right after the Beatles broke up, his very first album, All Things Must Pass, My Sweet Lord was a mega, mega, mega hit, bro. Huge hit. But I don't think that affected it. I just think that George Harrison just wanted to live in his own little world, while John Lennon, wanted to use his notoriety in order to get his points across throughout the entire world,
Yeah, but I mean, I agree with Randy. There's a lot of Harrison songs that I enjoy just as much as the other guys. So
absolutely, bro. Is that it, bro?
That's all I got. I wasn't asked by the viewer, but I'm going to throw it out there anyway. My favorite Tenacious D song is "The Metal." That's my favorite song, "The Metal," and that's just that's because of Guitar Hero 3. I know you've never played it, but when the Guitar Hero games became popular, that was one of the songs on Guitar Hero 3, and I fell in love with it because of that video game, and that's honestly what pushed me towards to see their movie and get into their whole CD and check out their other stuff. So that was the first one for me. So that will be that's my favorite.
Bro, what's so funny too? Again, this is something that relates to wrestling. Again, bro, I'm going to say it again. Bro, I was absolutely shocked when the Pick of Destiny bombed. And as a matter of fact, Jack Black, the third album of the Rise of the Phoenix, the very first song is about the Pick of Destiny bombing. I mean, the first line of the song is, when the Pick of Destiny was released, it was a bomb, and all the critics said that the D was done. I was shocked that movie bombed, because I was used to, bro, every time I went to a D concert, it was packed out. Everybody in that arena knew every word to every song. Bro, I just got this live album. I listened to it for the first time yesterday. The thing that's great about the album is the audience is louder than the D. I mean, singing every single song, the audience. So, bro, I was shocked when that movie bombed, and I'm like, what the frig? Bro, they sold out Red Rocks. I was there. Well, bro, you know what that's the equivalent to? That's the equivalent to 13,000 people at the Barclays Center to see NXT. The D has a niche audience, bro. They have you have to have a liking for that. This isn't Elvis Presley. This isn't the Beatles. This isn't Michael Jackson. You've got to have a liking for that type of music. And they don't appeal to the masses. You think Jack Black wanted to Pick a Destiny to bomb? The idea was to quadruple, their audience with this movie, but the only one who went to see this movie were Tenacious D fans, because when they advertised it, if you weren't a Tenacious D fan, you were saying, who the F is Tenacious D? Just like, bro, I tell these idiots a million times. When Sasha Baron comes out, is she Baron or Banks?
Banks. Baron is the actor.
When Sasha Baron Banks comes out, bro, unless you were an NXT fan, you don't know who this girl is. The same thing with, there's a Tenacious D movie. Oh, who's Tenacious D? So many things can equate, bro, to like the wrestling business and where it is and why it's there, that if you really paid attention to it, I mean, a lot of it just makes total sense.
Yeah, I can equivalent that to like Phish. Phish is my favorite band, and I went to a lot of concerts. I went to one concert in the Everglades in Florida, New Year's Eve, 99 to 2000, in the middle of nowhere. 75,000 people were there. I went to two up in Maine, in the top corner of Maine. There was over 60,000 people at each one of those. They did one in New York in '96, I think, that almost had 100,000 people at it. But they had a movie come out, and I had to go to this small artsy-fartsy theater to even see it, because it was such a niche deal. Like, and there were 6 other people in the theater with me watching this movie, so it wasn't even in the big things. And that's exactly what it is. It's a niche audience, and if you're not a fan of them, you're not going to go check them out. That's basically what it is. So
that's right. Exactly what wrestling has become. We've been saying it for the last over a year, bro. That's exactly what it's becoming. And the D had to go through that experience to realize, you know what, we got our niche audience. That audience is going to be loyal, bro. How many times do I say it doesn't matter what you put on a wrestling show? Bro, Tenacious D's next album could be the freaking worst in the history of albums. Guess what? I'm going to go see them play that terrible album the next time they come. You know what I mean? But it's like, hey, bro, I want to ask you this. It's funny you talk about that about Phish, and I could not name a single Phish song. I couldn't tell you one. I could not tell you what the band sounds like. I could not tell you one person in the band. If I wanted to go out and experience Phish for the first time, what am I getting?
As far as the scene, or as far as the music?
The music. What am I buying? If I want to go out there and sample Phish, what am I buying?
It's more for the live improv music. Like they have their studio albums, and you get their songs. But when you go to see them live, I mean, it's a 4-piece band. You got your guitar, bass, keyboards, drummer. That's it. They do a lot of rock stuff. They do funk stuff. They do jam. I mean, they're classified as a jam band because they do a lot of that stuff. But they never play the same show twice. They have hundreds and hundreds of songs, so you could go to 10 shows in a row, not hear your favorite song. It's always different, and but a lot of their songs, they just take a life of their own during the show. I sent you one video on Twitter. You must not have saw it, but I tweeted you one YouTube one that I thought you would enjoy. But they have hundreds of their own songs. They do also a lot of cover songs, and most of their cover songs weren't popular songs. I mean, they've taken these songs and they've made them into their own. And a lot of times, like especially when I was getting into them, I didn't know that it wasn't their song because I'd never heard it before. Mm-hmm. And then every once in a while, they'll do a popular cover, but it's
So is there a live album out there I want to get my hands on?
I believe now, if like they have every single one of their shows you can buy live that they've done on their website, because they record them all now. And ever since they've been a band, they allowed the fans to record it at the show too.
Is there, like, Jeff, though, I mean, is there a classic studio album or no?
It depends who you ask. The most popular one, God, I would have to say, yeah, I would say there's 2. I would say there's 2 that people would consider classic. Yes.
What are they?
Billy Breathes and Hoist.
Billy Breathes, like breathe.
Yeah, and Hoist. Okay. But it's such a different experience when you listen to the studio music and then when you hear it live. Like, it's so different.
That's what got Kiss over. You know that. The story of Alive. The first 3 albums nobody bought, and then they put out Alive, which was literally put together in the studio, even though nobody knew it at the time. And that was it, because it was the live show that you had to capture.
Yeah, but like one festival I went to, it was December 31st, 99. Well, it was everybody camped out in the middle of nowhere in Florida in the Everglades. So there were 70,000 people there. It was a festival. You had to bring your own tents, all that jazz. On the 30th, they played for 3 hours. On the 31st, they did a 2-hour set at like 4:00 in the afternoon. Then we went back. They came back out at 11:40 p.m. before the 2000 New Year's. You know what I mean? It's about to become 2000, new millennium. They played from midnight till 7 a.m. with no breaks straight.
Jeez, bro. How long has this band been around?
83. 83. October 83 was their first show.
Is it still the original members?
No, by 84, I think it was by 84, one guy left and one guy came in. So they've pretty much been the same since 84 or 85.
Wow.
And they took a hiatus last decade, like from 2000 to. They took a couple years off from like 2000 to 03, and then after 04 they took like I think 5 or 6 years off. My recent history is not that good because I haven't been paying much attention to their live schedule. I just haven't been going to the shows. It's a real investment, and when I was younger, it was much easier for me to do. But yeah, I mean, it's an experience, man. You would make it like how people used to follow the Grateful Dead. It's the same thing with them. Same thing.
Bro, I think they may have did they just recently come out with something? I could have sworn I just saw something that they did because I thought of you. Did they have a new release?
Yeah, I think they put a new album out earlier in this year. I don't remember. I haven't gotten any of their new studios.
I'm gonna check this out, bro. Send me that video again.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. Yep.
All right. Bro, isn't it amazing, like, just how, like, you become loyal to something, like, no matter what? See, I mean, again, it just goes back to wrestling. The people that are going to watch wrestling are going to watch wrestling, but you got to grow beyond that, Yep. I mean, nobody's going to sit there and tell me that, if it were up to Phish, they wouldn't be playing the Super Bowl this year. You know what I mean?
Right.
So. All right, bro. A lot that we covered there. I think a lot of interesting conversation. The next thing we have coming up on Monday, Vixens Who Rule. Who do we got coming on there again?
Blue Pants.
We're gonna stick with Blue Pants on Monday.
That's what you said yesterday on yeah, you decided to stick with Blue Pants.
And I want to tell everybody to check out part 1 with Mr. Anderson, bro. We get into some heavy stuff, some really, really good stuff, like really behind the scenes stuff, like when he going over the matches with some guys that, he didn't want to do what they wanted to do. And I mean, stuff like that, I really get into with Mr. Anderson. He's just one of those guys, bro. He's not going to be politically correct. He's going to, he's going to tell you like it is. I really enjoy talking to him. The first part of that is up right now. The second part will be up next week. Tuesday, as always, Raw, what it was good for. We'll continue to follow the Attitude Era. Austin is the new champion. And I think that's about it.
This is the April 13th episode where Raw beat Nitro for the first time in 84 weeks or whatever it was too. So this is a monumental show.
Very good. And Jeff, we're gonna hang up now, and you're gonna figure out your Skype gimmick.
Okay.
We're going to figure out how to get the Ballycastle, Jason from Ballycastle on the show, because he's been calling. The phone's been off the hook. I want you to be a part of this so you can witness what I go through.
All right.
We'll try to get Scott Casey Gale, and then we'll try to break this thing down.
All right. Sounds good.
All right. So, Jeff, do me a favor. When you figure out your Skype gimmick, text me, and then we'll go from there.
All right, sounds good.
All right, there you have it, everybody. Everything, anything but freaking wrestling. Hope you enjoyed the show. We'll see you on Monday with Vixens That Rule. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Critically acclaimed producers Kayfabe Commentaries bring you the most candid shoot interview ever with Sabu, nephew of the legendary Sheik.
Would your aunt be talking business?
Of course.
With the Sheik?
Oh, yeah. And Carney. She can speak Carney better than me.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Prepare to explore the darkest corners of the man behind Sabu.
I would have stopped pain pills entirely if I was out of pain. Because I've been a little too long at the dance myself.
You feel now you've been too long at the dance?
Breaking Kayfabe with Terry Sabu Brunk, now available on DVD and on demand at shootinterviews.com.